Good morning, good people. Welcome back to Collector's Quest. Thank you so much for joining me on this pretty wet Saturday morning. It's a weekend, we finally made it, and it's Saturday, which can mean one thing: it's game hunting day. For anyone new to the channel, what we do, we go to CEX trading stuff for those sweet vouchers. So let's take a look at what we're trading into CEX today. Plan for today is to try and trade in my blue Nintendo Wii again. Last week I tried to trade this in with the blue controller and the blue nunchuck, but the blue nunchuck failed. So I'm going to try and take in a white Wii remote and a white nunchuck. That does mean I am going to get the discounted price for this, but the difference between discounted and unboxed is £10, and it actually costs £10 to buy a blue nunchuck, so not worth buying that. So we'll hopefully trade that in for about £30–40 on a voucher. I'm going to stand back up now, guys. My back's hurting. I'm getting old. Bending over there trying to look in that bag. Felt my back creak. Get the WD-40 out. So I'm also going to trade in 2 games to a local retro gaming shop. First thing I'm going to trade in is this Final Fantasy 13 limited edition for the Xbox 360. As you can see, it is sealed. I picked this up for the PS3 a few weeks ago, so I don't need to keep this, and as you know, I'm not a seal collector, so that should hopefully go in for a decent bit of trading. Hopefully I can pick this up, but I'm also going to trade in my Metroid Dread big box for the Nintendo Switch. Picked that up for about £30 a couple of years ago. Got it for really cheap, and I already had the game sealed. Those bigger boxes for the Nintendo Switch are so awkward to shelf. Anything that doesn't fit on a Billy bookcase shouldn't be in your collection, in my opinion. So going to trade that in, and if I want to play the game, it's fairly common at CEX. You see it in every CEX, so I can pick it up further down the line. So hopefully we get some decent trading for those 2 things there. And the plan is to head to Old Skool Gaming in Brierley Hill. Over the last few weeks I've been going to all of the local retro game shops in my area, and I haven't been to Old Skool Gaming in Brierley Hill, so it'd be rude not to. We'll see what Richard's got to offer, and hopefully we can add some more bangers to the collection. But before we get to all of that, you know what time it is. It's Chico time. Sorry, that was terrible. Every time I say that I have to say Chico time, but it's actually time for a CX lottery, so we're going to jump into that, then we'll load the car and we'll get this show on the road. Right then. Let's pray to the CEX gods that we've got some nice condition things here. Quick sip of the old Tesco finest. Oh, lovely, lovely. So we've got 2 things here to open. And to nobody's surprise, these are PS3 games, but it's a CEX lottery because these are PS3 cardboard big boxes. So we're going to start with the smaller one first. Let me open it in one go. Failed at the last attempt. These have been sat on the floor since Wednesday, so been super tempted to open these. So okay, slips out, but we've got the infamous special edition, and it comes with obviously the game in this nice sleeve. It's just slipped out. We've all said that before, haven't we, guys? But as you can see, it comes in this nice cardboard sleeve, and on first inspection, it's in pretty good nick. There's, don't know if you can tell there, but a bit of folding at the top, which isn't a massive issue. Bit of dogging on the corners there, which you expect for cardboard, but as you can see, some awesome artwork there. Folds out into this nice collector's edition there. This cost me £12, and the standard edition of Infamous, the first game, I think it's a £5, so for an extra £7 it's not too bad, and I just love that artwork on there. It'll be a nice collector's piece, so I would say that's a CX win. So 1 out of 2. Let's hope the next one is also a success. Right. This one is obviously the bigger box one. Comes in this big box, so just going to open it like a savage because I've got no knife here. Alright, we're in there. As you can see, got the good old Giami wrap in there. and a little leaflet from CEX, and no invoice, which is always amazing. Right. Like past the parcel. This one was £55–60. Okay, I've just seen the back of it and it's not looking too good. We'll see what the front looks like, but we've got the Demon Souls, the Black Phantom edition, and as you can see, it's not too bad, but the flaps especially got a lot of dogging on the corners, tearing. As you can see there, we've just got a couple of tears on the corners. Yeah, not in the best condition. Probably give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah, it's just that corner there. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. We've got a few hours before we're actually going to head into CEX. Going to do a few things around the house. Cool. So that's everything that I picked up. So going to do a few things. We'll get the car loaded and I'll catch you when we get to Stourbridge. Doing that familiar walk into Stourbridge CEX. Decided to take back the Demon Souls game for £52. It's not in the best condition. So we'll take that back, get the vouchers back, and we'll try again on the good old CX lottery. Going to trade in this Wii stuff and then we'll head to Old Skool Gaming, so I'll speak to you in a bit. Just got back in the car from Stourbridge CEX and it was all good. They quoted me £39 for the blue Nintendo Wii and about 45-minute wait. They also took in 2 GameCube games. I forgot to mention that on the previous clip. I took in Pikmin and Lost Kingdom. Just 2 games I got no interest in playing, and they gave me a £22 voucher for that, so happy days. I'm now going to go over to Old Skool Gaming in Brierley Hill to see what Rich has to offer, and I'll take in those 2 games to see what it gives me in trading credit. I also forgot to mention on the previous clip, I'm going to be doing the PS3 giveaway announcement at the end of this video, so stay tuned to find out who wins those great PS3 games. Just on the way up to Old Skool Gaming now in Brierley Hill. On the way here, I completely forgot to take back that Demon Souls game, so we'll do that when we go to Merry Hill because it's fairly close to Brierley Hill. Man, this brings back some memories. Grew up in Brierley Hill. You can see there, there's massive high-rise flats. I actually grew up in those, so very humble beginnings indeed. So yeah, all good. I'll see you when we get into Old Skool Gaming. Stepping into Old Skool Gaming, located in this really cool post office building. As you can see here guys, tons of cool collector's editions and consoles complete in box in real nice condition. Heading over to one of many glass cabinets, got some real cool stuff in here. Some nice Wii games and a decent collection of heavy hitting Mega Drive games. Going over to the next cabinet, got Terranigma for the Super Nintendo in real nice condition for an eye-watering £290. Then we get to an absolute grail here in Panzer Dragoon Saga for the Sega Saturn. As you can see guys, these glass cabinets are filled with some absolutely amazing stuff in here. Some real nice condition Game Boys, and we get to another PS4 grail, but this is supposed to be a terrible game in Godzilla, so probably one you don't want to pick up for your own collection. Old Skool Gaming are also an amazing place for Pokemon cards, and as you can see they've got a fantastic display of Pokemon games. We've also got Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. As you can see here guys, some real high-end Pokemon cards here in real good condition. Jumping back over the games where my heart are in, yes, this cabinet caught my eye. Everything in here to my particular taste with JRPGs and survival horror games. Definitely picked up some games from this amazing cabinet. Wow, I'm just speechless guys. So just got back in the car from the amazing Old Skool Gaming in Brierley Hill, and I've got a bag there, and those are my best pickups like ever since I've been game collecting. Like, yeah, I don't know what to say guys, I'm lost for words, but you've seen on the footage, an amazing shop there. So many heavy hitting games in there to my particular taste, and just ran by a top guy. It was very surreal. So I walked in, I've been there a couple of times, I've gotten to know Rich over the years, and he said that he watches the videos, so big shout out to you Rich. And it's just so surreal seeing people, you know, watching the channel, enjoying the videos. And I forget that, you know, I'm only at about 1,000 subs, just a bit over now, and I'm not expecting to meet people out in the wild who watch the channel, but it does put a smile on my face seeing people out there who do watch the videos and enjoy them. So big shout out to you Rich. And Yeah, just an amazing shop, guys. Get yourself down to Old Skool Gaming in Brierley Hill. Fantastic prices, fantastic stock, great guys in there that run the shop. They've also got a massive stock of Pokemon cards. You saw in the footage some really expensive cards. I'm not a Pokemon collector, so didn't mean a lot to me, but if you're into Pokemon, then definitely get yourself down to Old Skool Gaming because you won't be disappointed. Plan now is to go to Merry Hill, aka Merry Hell. I need to return the Demon Souls big box for the PS3. We'll have a look around. I'm just inundated with vouchers, but I don't know. Anything I'm going to pick up now, guys, is going to be disappointment compared to what I've got in that bag there. I can't wait to show you guys what I've got in that bag. I'll see you when we get to Merry Hill. Stepping straight into Merry Hill CX because nothing else was happening outside. Always go over to the Nintendo 3DS section because it always breaks my heart seeing Radiant Historia for £120 in a dirty cover reprinted. Merry Hill just don't give a crap about old 3DS games. As you can see, got some very expensive Pokemon games. Got one here for £98 in Pokemon Black version 2. Just got back in the car from Merry Hill, aka Merry Hill, and it wasn't too bad, to be fair. Not that busy. I think it's coming up to lunchtime, so it's going to start getting busy pretty soon, but pretty decent stuff in there, to be fair. Last few weeks it's been a bit dead in there in terms of games I'm looking at add to the collection, but had some real good stuff in there. I got 3 games for the PS3, fairly rare, but I got 1 heavy hitting DS game. I think there's 2 or 3 in stock in the whole of CEX, so super happy to pick that up, so it wasn't a wasted journey. Now I'm going to fly to Starbridge CEX. Right then, guys, I'm doing that familiar walk to Starbridge CEX like always. I must have walked this same route about 20 times in the last few weeks, but never skip leg day, as I say, so we'll go to Starbridge CX. I forgot to mention on the previous clip, I returned Demon Souls for the PS3 for £52 on a voucher. Always feel like I'm being interrogated in Merry Hill, but they took it in nonetheless, so I'll see you when we get to Starbridge CEX. Jumping into Starbridge CEX, got some pretty cool things for the PS3. Got this nice sleeve for Kane and Lynch Dead Men for the PS3 for £6. Also had an Essentials copy of God of War Collection Volume 1 for £38. Again, probably should be behind the counter. Just got out of Starbridge CEX. Everything went all good. Got £39 for the blue Nintendo Wii and got a bag of games in there, but you'll have to stay tuned to the channel to find out what's in there. I'm starving, guys. I've been up since 7:15 and it's now about 12:30, 20 to 1. I was going to go to Greg's, but there was a massive queue in there, so I couldn't go in there. Oh God, got some glare in the eyes. So we'll head back home and we'll go over the pickups. So we're back home finally. For you, it's been about 5 seconds since that last clip, but for me, it's been a whole day. Got back home yesterday from the game hunt and I went out and did some crazy stuff. You'll be seeing that on Friday's video. But yeah, just reflecting back on that game hunt, some amazing things added to the collection. All kicked off with a fantastic Old Skool Gaming, as you saw on the footage. Great shop run by a top guy. So as always, going to start with the CEX pickups. Showed this earlier, but got the infamous special edition for PS3 on a CEX lottery. I also returned the Demon Souls back to Merry Hill CX for £52 on a voucher. But now we get into the actual pickups. Got these from Merry Hill CX. Going to show these 3 together. So we got, apologies if I can't pronounce this, but we got Autowear Mono for the PS4. This is the first one, I believe. I also picked up Autowear Mono Mask of Truth. And finally, Autowear Mono Mask of Deception. So, as you see there, these are some very expensive games. I think there's about £120 worth of games there. But always wanted to add these to the collection. Just a JRPG franchise that I wanted to dive into, but I knew there was about 3 or 4. This one being the most expensive. A couple of months ago, I did pick up Autowear Mono Zan, which I think is like a prequel. So I think I've got all 4 now, but I'll showcase this one because this is the most expensive one. But all these come with some nice little mini art books, so super cool to see these. And it seems like someone traded in their entire collection to Merry Hill, so happy to add those to the collection. Then we get to the big heavy hitting DS game. This is super rare. I think there's only 2 in stock in the whole of the CEX ecosystem. And we've got Freshly Pickled Tingles Rosy Rupeland, which is a very interesting title, but as you can see there guys, £90, not a cheap game at all, but it's got this amazing cover art. And this is a character from the Legend of Zelda franchise, and I've always wanted to add this to the collection. Looks very interesting, some very questionable humour, but saw it there in minty condition, like everything's in there. You got the booklet, you even got the Club Nintendo card in there. So yeah, I had to pick it up. Been on my list for years, just never seen it before, super rare. So I had the vouchers, was at the till in Merry Hill, and I saw that behind the counter, so had to pick it up. So super happy with that. So some decent pickups from CEX there, but trust me, you've seen nothing like. I alluded in my previous clip about the amazing stuff from Old Skool Gaming, but I've got some real good stuff here, some super heavy hitting games here, and nothing's filler or killer. So starting off, we've got Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, but in this real nice steelbook. Saw this on the shelf, just a steelbook I've never seen before, and I'm on a bit of a PS3 steelbook kick, so had to pick it up, and it comes in this nice sleeve, so very happy to add that to the PS3 steelbook collection. Next up, sticking with the PS3, we've got Deadpool. Was going to pick this up on the PS4, but PS3 version is £30 and the PS4 version is £65, and doesn't seem to be a lot of difference in the gameplay or graphics, so thought I'd pick that up in nice condition. Then we get to some Wii stuff. We've got Muramasa, the Demon Blade. Look at that box art, guys, incredible stuff. I'm going to show the manual for this because it's so colourful. Look at that. Fantastic art there on the disc and manual. Just a Wii game that looks super interesting. I think it's in the similar vein to Odin Sphere. It's a 2D fighter on a side-scrolling plane, so just one I wanted to add to the collection, and it's pretty uncommon, so great addition to the Nintendo Wii collection. Going back to some more JRPG goodness, we've got Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2. I think I picked up the first one of this from Wolverhampton CX. I'm just looking up at the shelf. I can't see, but yeah, this is the collector's edition, so it comes with some nice postcards. Just one that I haven't got in the collection, and I do want to get all of the major Atlas titles, so happy to tick that one off the list. Moving back over to PS3, we've got Siren Blood Curse. Want to add all of the major survival horror games to PS3, PS2, and been looking for this for a while. Had it in my local CX in Starbridge, but it didn't come with a manual. This one did, in real nice condition. So just another survival horror game to tick off the list. Right, we get to this one now. So I mentioned earlier that I returned my Demon Souls big box to Merry Hill CX because it wasn't in the condition I was looking for. And I mentioned that to Rich, and literally before I even went through what I was picking up, in good old fashioned Art Attack, he said, here's one I prepared earlier, and he pulled out this. And as you can see, guys, this is in real nice condition. Not mint by any stretch of the imagination, but finally happy to add that to my shelf with the Dark Souls that I picked up on last week's video. So happy with that. Right, now we get to two heavy hitting games that I've been after for a really long time. First up, we've got Persona 3, or as it's known, Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3. As I bang on all these videos, I'm a massive JRPG fan, but the Persona series is my favourite series of all time. I love the series, and I'm going for the complete Persona collection on PSP, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I want all the games basically, and this one is just one you don't see all too often. This is a collector's piece. If anyone wants to get into Persona or Persona 3, I recommend playing Persona 3 Reload. That's been remastered and remade for PlayStation and Xbox. I wouldn't recommend picking up this and playing through this because it isn't the best edition of Persona 3, but for Persona fanboy like myself, just super cool to have this in the collection. Then we get to my favourite pickup, and I've been after this since I got into this franchise last year, and I haven't been able to pick it up in nice condition, but I've got one in very good condition, and we've got the Silent Hill 2 sleeve for the PlayStation 2, and as you can see, guys, again, not mint, but I'm not expecting mint for 2001 cardboard. I do B-roll this, guys, because I can't do it justice, but this was my game of the year, the remake for PS5, Silent Hill 2, and ever since then I wanted to add this to the collection, but every time I've seen it, it's either come without the sleeve, it's just been the normal edition in the PS2 case, or it's been battered. So to finally pick this up in really nice condition is amazing. That's going to sit proudly on my shelf with all my other PS2 games. So that's everything, guys, and as you can see, I added some absolute bangers. CEX was good, but Old Skool Gaming was a different level. Just, I haven't got the words to explain how happy I am with those pickups. And like I mentioned on the last clip coming out of Old Skool Gaming, fantastic shop run by a top guy in Rich, and he's a fan of the channel, and it just humbles my heart when I see people enjoying the channel, and had a great chat in there. Could have stayed there for ages, but had to shoot off to get somewhere else. So if you're ever in the Brierley area, make sure you hit up Old Skool Gaming, because Rich will look after you with prices. And as you can see, I picked up some absolute grails for my collection, and I could have spent a lot more money. So yeah, super happy with the pickups. Right then, guys, apologies for the janky setup. I'm recording this on my MacBook and I'm brand new to OBS, so video quality and audio is going to sound a bit scuffed. But I want to do the PS3 games giveaway that I announced on my Why You Need to Collect for PS3 Games in 2025 video. And for anyone that doesn't know, it's very difficult to extract YouTube comments from a YouTube video. Online, you have to go to a paid tool, and I didn't want to go through over 100 comments and do it manually, so in typical IT fashion, I built it myself. I built this little noddy application to do it. So to do it, I'm going to get the video ID, and as you can see on the actual YouTube video, got 166 comments there. Paste it into my little noddy application, fetch all the comments, and as you can see, we got 166 comments. So these are all of the comments and replies on that video. So amazing feedback and interaction on that video, guys. Then I wanted everyone to comment on the video. I want those sweet PS3 games to be entered into this giveaway. And a lot of people did put that, but a couple of people put, I want these sweet PS3 games, or I want those sweets, plural. So to make it fair, just going to filter out for the word sweet. So filter out all of the comments, and we're just left with the comments that include somewhere in the whole comment, I want those sweet PS3 games. And as you can see, we're left with 38 comments. So you got a 1 in 38 chance of winning. So good luck to everyone. I'm going to press this button in 3, 2, 1. And Defroth. Interesting name, but congrats to you, mate. You're the winner of these amazing PS3 games. I'll be sure to comment on your original comment, letting you know you won, and you can reach out to me via Instagram or email. All the details are in the channel bio, so make sure you reach out to me via any of those mediums. And just to prove this isn't rigged in any way, if I click it again, you see we get different people, but Defroth is the winner of this giveaway. So let's find his comment. Oh, he's number 1. Cool. I'll reach out to you, mate, and we'll get these games sent to you. Apologies, guys, for that janky setup. We'll try and get it better for the next giveaway. But congrats to Defroth. And I just want to say, guys, thank you so much for everyone for checking out that video. I think it's got over 4,000 views, which is like absolutely mind-blowing. Didn't expect it to do that well, but I'm super happy that it did. I think it's gained us over 70 subs, which is amazing. So thank you so much for everyone who watched that video and enjoyed it. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been tuning into the channel. I think in February we've gained over 300 subs, which is insane for a channel of my size. It's just crazy, guys. We're on a massive roll at the minute, and hopefully it continues. So these giveaways are my way of saying thank you to you guys, because you guys tune in every week, you like the videos, you give me feedback, you comment, and you give me your most precious commodity, which is time. So the least I can do is do these giveaways, probably do a couple every month. As I announced on my last video, or the video before that, we're giving away some sweet CX vouchers. So we'll probably do that on Friday's video. So make sure you check out that video Card will be up there to learn how you can win those sweet CX vouchers. But again, massive shout out to all of you guys that watch these videos. You make my day, you make my week, so thank you, thank you. And as always, good luck on your game hunts and collecting adventures. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll catch you in the next one.